Hey preggers, I want to talk to you today about vitamin D. So, vitamin D is one of the most important nutrients you need to support your baby during pregnancy. And most people are deficient. And that's primarily because these days we just don't spend enough time outside in sunlight. And that's how the body best synthesizes vitamin D. So, here's why it's so important. It's crucial for brain development and nervous system function. It helps mom utilize calcium. It boosts the immune system. It reduces severity of autoimmune conditions. It helps detoxify the body and brain of heavy metals. Now, if mom is deficient, she's 5 times more likely to get preeclampsia, 4 times more likely to have a C-section, and 3 times more likely to get gestational diabetes. If baby's deficient, he or she is more likely to get asthma, brain tumors, epilepsy, infant heart failure, and seizures. These are all terrible things. It can also contribute to causing cavities in young children, and some research suggests that vitamin D deficiency contributes to autism. Now, autism is found to be more prevalent in cloudy and rainy regions in the northern U.S. versus the southern U.S. All of these people are getting less sun, and in urban areas where people more often are living an indoor lifestyle. And as mentioned previously, vitamin D helps detoxify the body and the brain of heavy metals. And one thing that's been found in autistic kids is heavy metals in the brain. And autism is also more common in kids who have darker skin. And I mention this because darker skin protects a person from UV exposure better than lighter skin does. But it also causes a person to make less vitamin D from a given level of sun exposure than a person with lighter skin would make. I'm not claiming that this is the cause of autism, but it's a theory and it could be a contributing factor, and it's one thing that can very easily be addressed and cheaply. So here are the 3 steps that I suggest to getting your vitamin D levels in check. So number 1, first thing, get tested. At your next prenatal visit, ask for this test. It's called the 25 hydroxy vitamin D, or much more easily referred to as 25-OHD. It's a super cheap test and it should be covered by insurance. Even if it's not, I don't think it's much money at all. Find out what your number is from your doctor. Don't just trust your doctor to tell you if you're low, because you want your levels to be great, not just okay. So ideally, you want your level to be between 50 and 80 nanograms per milliliter, because you want reserves. So an okay level could be 30, and one doctor might not suggest it, but another one might at 50. So find out what that number is and adjust your levels accordingly. Number 2, get out in the sun every day without sunscreen or sunglasses. Even if it's raining outside, you're going to get more light and, more importantly, a higher spectrum of light than you will if you're just sitting inside. So you should be out at least twice throughout the day. First thing in the morning, I recommend getting outside and going for a walk, even if it's just 10 minutes. Ideally, you want to watch the sunrise every morning, but I know not everyone is that motivated. And to be honest, this really won't get you vitamin D, but it will help your body adjust to the natural circadian rhythm, and that will help so many other things in your life. The other reason this is great is you also can't really get burned in the morning, but this light will help you build up what is called a sun callus, and it's when your body starts adapting to the sun. So it's why if you live in the winter, if you live in the north in the winter and then you fly to Miami for a weekend, you're going to get burned because your body isn't used to getting so much sun. It just hasn't adapted yet. Whereas in the summer, you can be outside all day in the same kind of sun and it's no problem because you've built that up over time. So let's talk about sunscreen real quick. Sunscreen's purpose is to protect you from the UV light, and you want to get UV light, otherwise you won't get vitamin D from the sun. The other reason I don't recommend sunscreen is your skin absorbs everything that you put on it. So you really don't want your baby drinking in the chemicals that are in sunscreen. I am not saying at all to stay outside and get burned. If you have very burnable skin, get more exposure up to the sun in the morning, and there's a chance that that may change and you might be able to be outside for longer periods of time. If you're going to be outside and you risk getting burned, I'd recommend wearing a hat or a covering to help protect you rather than wearing sunscreen, or try to hang out in the shade if you can, or at the very least, give yourself some time without the sunscreen first. So at least you'll be able to get some vitamin D before you need to put the protection on. Ideally, you only want to wear sunscreen when it's absolutely necessary. It will block your body from naturally producing vitamin D. And another note about sunglasses, I know they can look really sexy, but the retina in your eyes helps you regulate how much protection you need. So if your eyes think that it's dark, it's not going to protect you from the sun in the same way it will if it thinks it's a bright sunny day. You're more likely to get burned. So to sum this section up, try to get outside at least 10 minutes in the morning and at least 20 minutes in the afternoon. Or if you're black or have darker skin, try to hit at least 30 minutes in the afternoon. And this is with no sunscreen and no sunglasses. Now, if it's too cold to get outside, at least try to open the window and look outside for 20 minutes. You might not synthesize vitamin D in this way, but windows block UV light, and a closed window will prevent your body from the full spectrum of light. So I'd still recommend trying to get outside every day for a 10 to 20 minute walk unless it's hurricaning outside, but opening a window and looking outside is one way to expose your body to natural light. And number 3, supplement with D3 if your levels are low. So check your multivitamin. Usually they only contain around 1,000 IU per pill. If you need to supplement, I would recommend either 5,000 to 7,000 IU per day, but talk to your doctor about that. It really depends on where your levels are at, and they should be able to make recommendations. One note about this, you might need to take less in the summer. There are more hours of the day, and you're usually outside more often. Vitamin D3 is pretty cheap. So if you need it, you can get a very good quality vitamin D supplement for 15 to 20 bucks. One note about supplements, and this goes for all supplements, look at the ingredients. You want to avoid things like soybean oil and corn oil and syrup and rice extracts. Even if it says it's organic, there is a lot of junk added to supplements that you don't want to be taking, especially in the cheap ones. They add them as these cheap filler ingredients, and they're really not good for your body or for your baby. So I'd recommend with going something where the bottles usually say, this product does not contain soy, corn, wheat, gluten. Those are usually on the safer side. But you basically want the ingredients to contain only the gelatin or soft gel capsule along with whatever nutrient you're taking. Some of the brands that I personally like are Metagenics, Pure Encapsulations, but there are a ton of good companies out there, and it should be easy to find a good cheap vitamin D supplement. So in summary, get your vitamin D levels checked, get out in the sun for at least 20 to 30 minutes with no sunglasses and no sunscreen, and supplement with D3 if your levels are low. So please subscribe if you want to get more tips about staying healthy while pregnant or if you're a new mom, and please like and share this video if you found this helpful. I'd love to see any comments, and you can let me know if you're inspired now to get up at sunrise every morning or to ditch the sunglasses or something like that. I'll be launching a 6-week program called Paleo Preggers soon, so if you'd like updates on that, check out paleopreggers.com and sign up with your email. Otherwise, hopefully I'll see you back here soon. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.